Hey everybody, GamesR'Us coming to you with another playthrough for our channel of Epic Gamertude. Now, with all the issues fixed, I deleted the whole Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl series that I had because the out-of-sync audio would have driven me crazy, and Feeding Frenzy came out beautiful. Now, this game with its epic black screen. Now, I don't know how good I'm going to do with this game on the Switch, because let's be real, I usually play it on PlayStation or Xbox, but we have the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, made on Unreal Engine. Now, as much as I love these games, they do have their issues. Like, the third game felt incomplete. Like, it almost felt incomplete in the original, but there's a lot missing. They even removed, like, between Crash and Spyro, they removed some audio, they removed a lot of stuff, and it just overall made for a bad experience a lot of the time. But this game, for being $50 Canadian, I think it's like $39.99 US or whatever, we're gonna go to our save slots here, and, oh, 0. I played, is that 2 hours? How does that make sense? Anyways, we're going to be starting off with Spyro the Dragon, so let's get into it. You guys can watch the cutscene in the world of dragons. By the way, my favorite video game series of all time, followed by Pokemon.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Gnasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Gnasty Gnorc is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Yeah, so I do like the updated cutscene, but the third game is where the cutscenes seem to be lacking. They're like, they didn't add any or anything. Okay, I was worried that B and stuff was in the wrong spot, but they made it B to jump, and then A to flame breath, and then X to look around, so they kept it the exact same. So, we might as well talk to this beautiful dragon over here, named Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Gnasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, because you're just lazy. So these guys are Gnorcs. And they do nothing but run away. And we will be getting every single skill point in the game as well. Now, there's one level here that I'm kind of dreading, but this controller I have is phenomenal compared to my Joy-Cons, so we shouldn't have an issue. These guys, you have to hit 3 times, and every time you flame them or charge at them, they drop 1 red gem, and then when they faint, they drop 3. Man, these guys are faster than I remember. You can also use the right analog stick to move the camera, which is something that the original game lacked, because when the original game came out, the PlayStation 1 controllers only had the D-pad. So a lot of games back then that were 3D like this weren't really that easy. Like Crash Bandicoot was fine, but other games were kind of like, oh, well, that's kind of janky, man. Now, for the first skill point of the entire game, you have to go to this little hill and you just glide over here. And you get a skill point. Skill points weren't in the original game. They showed up in the second game onward, and that's how you unlocked like some special stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the skill points in the third game, because there's one that's a little busted compared to the original. And I don't really want to play the original right now, because the graphics on this are just better, and there's some frame drops there, but Delbin.
Where's Gnasty Gnorc? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Now, he gets me into another point about the game. So, every time you take damage, Sparks will change color. You take 1 damage, he's blue. Another damage, he's green. 1 more damage, and he's gone. And then finally, you take 1 more point of damage, and you die. So, yeah, that's how that works. Hey, you came back, buddy. Now, portals lead you to the levels. So we have Stone... I think it's just called Stonefield, right? Or Stone Hill. I always called it Stony Hill for some reason. And there's Dark Hollow, my favorite level in World 1. All the levels in this game, though, are pretty cool. I don't think any of them look or feel bad. There's one level that's notoriously difficult. But one thing I do like is the updated water. I know it doesn't look as good on here as it does on the other consoles, but I currently don't have it on other consoles. I had sold my PS4 to originally get some Xbox stuff. I had gotten a bunch of stuff for my games. I had bought the Nexomon games, a new controller, which turned out worse than the original controller, by the way. And yeah. So this Dragon Head is a boss. Every level, or every home world, I should say, they count as a level in this game. They have enemies. There is, I believe, 3 basic levels, a flying level, and a boss. So 5 levels total, and then the homeworld, so 6. We have Argus.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
And what he means is, you know those portals I was just telling you about? Yeah, you actually have to go through one, get to the exit, and then boom, you can go to the boss. But we will be doing things in order. So, yeah. Ah, yes, this guy. This guy is... You're gonna see a bit of him in the game. You're probably like, but you freed him. Why would you see him again? Yeah, this game's weird that way. It's the only game to do it, but, you know. I will also be playing the Game Boy games afterwards, as well as I'll try to get an emulator that can play GameCube and PS2. Because I do want to play A Hero's Tale. I do want to play Enter the Dragonfly, as bad as Enter the Dragonfly is. It is technically a Spyro game, and it is fun. Like, it had a good idea. It was supposed to have Spyro 1 through 3 as bosses. So this game's bosses, well, Gnasty Gnorc in particular. And then it was supposed to have, what's it called? Like Ripto, Crush, Gulp from the next game, and then it was supposed to have the Sorceress. But it never did. And we're missing 1 gem, so I'll grab this guy and then go and find it. I think I seen it back when I was playing, but anyways, we have Thomas, spelt weird.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
It's funny, because in the original game, Spyro looked like he was, like, way less concerned. Like, oh, man, you're just a coward, and yeah, that's how it is. Now, there is something suspicious about those stones. We'll come back later. But we are missing 1 red gem, and I'm pretty sure it was back over here, unless it was a sheep. Oh, yeah, I also have to explain sheep. Oh, man. No, it was here. I wasn't crazy. But, now sheep. You flame them, and they drop butterflies. In the original game, you couldn't eat the butterflies if Sparks was at full health. But, if you are missing health, it will heal Sparks. 1 health state per butterfly. And then, on top of that, you can sometimes get a life if you kill enough fodder. Fodder are just the small animals located throughout different levels. It won't always be sheep. Like if we go to Stone Hill here, for example. They will not be sheep. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to finish the entire world, and oh my god, that frame rate is so bad. But you can also, like, move and flame and stuff here. And you can also... Oh, yeah, I forgot. The L and R buttons, you can spin. Or roll when you're in game. They're not really useful because it's not really a first-person game. Like, there are spots where you had to be in first person and then you were, like, being shot at. You could do it, but there is none in this. So, I don't really get the point of this. And then, it's weird because ZL doesn't do anything, but ZR is Flame Breath as well. So, like, if you rather have your hand on the trigger like an FPS, then yeah, go ahead. It is way better with a Pro Controller, though. I don't recommend playing these with Joy-Cons. Because let's be real, Joy-Cons suck. Also, if you press the minus button, you can bring up the Atlas. So as you can see, we have 4 dragons, 1 dragon egg, and 200 gems. And if you press X, you can go to skill points. Stonehill has Burn the Hidden Pink Tulip. I think I remember where that is. It's a little weird to find, but oh well. Once again, they had to add those because they didn't exist in the original. We do have a well we can go down, but before we go down there, we might drown, so let's go explore a bit. Ah, yes. We have these little baskets. Now, these metal ones, if you flame them, they don't do anything. You have to charge at them to break them. And yeah, I noticed one thing compared to the other versions. Frame rate drops up the butt. But anyways, we have Lindar. Sweet.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
I'm pretty sure Spyro had a voice line there. I'll have to go back and play the original. He might not have, but I swear he did. Now, why I don't want to go down that well yet is because technically there's something we need to do. And that is to actually get a key. Another gimmick to these games. And that stays throughout all Spyro games. Like every single one ever created. Except for maybe the Legend, but I think even the Legend series had them. Now these are the Return Home portals. Once you get to the final world of the game, the 2 levels you have to do there, because there's only 2, the boss and then the secret level, you actually have to go through these. You don't have to in these levels. You can just like exit using... Whoops. I forgot I'm on the Pro Controller. But, like you can go here and click exit level and then boom, you can just exit the level. So... yeah. Anyways, let's grab this dragon named Aster Phoenix from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks.
See ya!
Yeah, someone, like, because the thing is, Tom Kenny... you know, the voice of SpongeBob, who did Spyro in Spyro 2 and 3, came back to reprise his role. But my issue with it is he seems out of place in this game. Like, the audio, like, the voice lines just don't fit him. It's not happening back. So this key, you pick it up, and in the originals, if you died with a key, you wouldn't have it anymore. But in this game, they made it so you always have a key. Like, even if you die. As long as you picked it up. So now, we can go down here, and there is a chest. And for a chest, you just go up to it, and the key will fly out of your inventory, and open it up and give you a bunch of gems. And now we have Gavin DeGraw, the country singer.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Man, that's the Van Hoot coffee guy. Is it Hoot or Hout? Or Hot? I don't actually know. Now, anyways, I did want to go over gems. So red gems are worth 1, green gems are worth 2, blue gems are worth 5, gold are worth 10, and purple are worth 25. Purple you really don't see till late game. Also, I don't know if I have the audio up loud enough, but that na-na-na-na-na that just played means there's a thief. And the thieves drop the eggs. Now, not... actually, I believe all eggs are thieves. These shepherd guys... they're kind of interesting because they're actually pretty dangerous. They have a pretty good range to their little staff, little herding cane. And now, I kind of did that on purpose because now I can show you the effect of a butterfly from these sheep. So, when Sparks eats it, he gains his health back. So yeah, that's exactly what that's for. Now, I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. We have 169 gems out of 200, so we're almost done. The level does have a lot to it, like surrounding the ground level, but it's really kind of barren. They didn't, and it's with the original game too. The gem placements and everything are in the exact same place. They didn't change any of that. So anyways, let's grab our fourth dragon? Gnasty.
Spyro, my friend. How about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump. And try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Ah, yes, the action button. I also forgot to mention that it does say when you collect all dragons and all gems and all... Actually, it doesn't tell you when you collect all eggs. I think it tells you, like, when you collect every egg in the entire game, but I don't think it actually tells you. Now, these things are cool. The creative force of it, they looked way better in the original. Not those. Those look amazing now, but the warp effect, like, when you jump into it... Also, if you notice, the crystals light up when you hit them. I think that's a pretty cool touch. That's one really cool way of adding in-game walls without making the game bad. Now there's the thief. These guys can be pretty annoying to catch. One thing that this game did do was make the thieves a lot harder to catch. At least in a few spots. I was playing the original series on my PS3, and yeah. I believe you can press the plus button to speed that up, because it's the same animation every time. It's not until the third game that the eggs actually hatch and have names, which is probably my favorite part. I love coming up with little nicknames for them, or comparing them to celebrities or people you know and stuff like that. And I just think it's kind of a fun little gimmick I have. Now we do have to look for that tulip still, for the skill point. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not do the entire world in an episode. We're probably going to keep the videos around 20 plus minutes-ish. Not much longer, not much shorter. Because I don't want people to not watch the video. You want people to stay entertained. And if a video's too long, they tend not to, like, actually watch it for the entire length. Now, the tulip is actually over here. You kind of got to go through the middle. So let's go and collect this gem here. Delicious. We are missing 2 gems, which are right there. And the tulip should be, I believe, right here, right? Yeah, it's right here. You flame that, and boom, we get the skill point. And now we can actually exit through the exit portal to show off what that does. So, now that we're complete, you can also press the X button to just drop down, and boom. It's an exit portal, instead of actually being a physical portal. And there we go. I think we have time to do Dark Hollow, and that's, I think I'll call it an episode. Because then that leaves Town Square, which is where Thomas was. That leaves the boss, which is where the, I always forget his name, Argus was. And then, the flight level. So, or speedway level, whatever you want to call it. Now, I don't know if the, oops. I always forget that the controls are different there. Okay, no. Okay, no, it was only, achievements that were there. Also, if you guys want to know the achievements for every, level. So, the achievement here, in Dark Hollow, I believe was to open the chest. Stone Hill, it was to kill all the rams. The achievement here, I believe, was to collect all the gems. Town Square, it's to headbutt all the bulls that we'll find. And then the boss is usually just defeat the boss. So, anyways, we'll go on to the last level of this episode, Dark Hollow. So we'll probably do 2 parts per world, I guess. That way we can talk about the game a little more, we can have a little more discussions. We will be doing giveaways on this channel as well as the Pokemon channel, where we will be giving away shiny Pokemon. So to promote the games here, we'll also be doing the giveaways here. So, more subscribers on each channel means more chances you have to win. Ugh. My broken tooth is all weird. Now, these guys with shields, if they pull up the shield, you can't actually hurt them. But, for some reason, they messed up where you can actually flame them if they withdraw their shield a bit. It's supposed to be that they're immune to fire, but it really doesn't work. Now, these big guys, you can't headbutt them. You have to flame them. See, like, if you flame them now, it doesn't work. But if you wait, you can flame them. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Our first dragon here is Albin.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escaped those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
I literally just told my audience that, but thank you. And there's the chest. Oh, you died, sir. I'm sorry. You suck. Get good. Oh, no, never mind. I remember the achievement here. You actually have to flame 2 little campfire. Now, these guys, you just walk up behind them and flame them. In the original game, first of all, they were way cuter in the original game. They were, like, big and chubby. But in the original, they were a lot smarter. Because, watch, as soon as this guy turns around, he would have a chance of actually turning around. What are you doing? He's supposed to belly slam you. Like, it doesn't hurt you, it knocks you back. But, what the heck? I like to clear out a room before I collect all the goodies. There's the key. That's why I came down here instead of progressing with the normal part of the level. Because I know where the key is. I've watched so many people play these games, including people who said they played the originals, like, all the time, and then they don't know what they're doing, and I'm, like, looking at them going, how? It's an easy game. Like, it's not hard. Anyways, our second dragon is Oswin.
Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe.
Now, for some reason they call it the action button, but they mean X. Because if you push X, ta-da, instead of saying X, or instead of saying, like, you know, a specific button per console, they're just like action button. And not everyone knows what the action button is. Anyways, let's go and open up this chest. Oh yeah, what I want to do... Oh. Good thing I noticed you. One thing I forgot to do is I do kind of want to go over the totals every time I come to a level. So 100 gems, 3 dragons, and that's it. Very, very, very easy level. And I don't believe this level had a skill point. No, it's Town Square, which is all bull stuck, which I believe also was the achievement, I'm pretty sure. Some skill points, achievements, and stuff like that kind of overlapped. So that's the thing, but... Hey guys, how you doing? Aw, oh man, that was my own fault. But now I can show you that, see, fodder in this level isn't cheap. It's just random small animals. Now, the original, or the achievement was just to flame those. It really doesn't do anything. Originally, when I was a kid, I thought it opened up these little ledges on the sides, like you couldn't get to them unless you flamed the little campfires. But it's actually not how it works at all. And I just made myself seem like an idiot as a kid, but I always liked to believe it was. Although it'd be like a cool little idea. But that's not how it was, sadly. But oh well. Man, it's so nice to play Spyro again. I don't know, I always have to play Spyro like once every couple of months. It just helps when you're down in the dumps, you know? It's a good pick-me-up kind of game. That's for sure. Sorry, Tubbs. I know you're probably just... you know, helping your master because he's angry at the dragons for calling him ugly and stupid. But, yeah, I kind of want to collect everything before I get you, buddy. And there's all our gems, which means you're our last dragon, Mr. Darius. They're all male, by the way.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should...
Okay, Mr. Shakespeare. And we beat the level. Brilliant. Yeah, see, this episode's already, like, almost, like, half an hour, so... we don't really need to continue on anymore. But yeah, we did good. One thing with the Switch version, though, is the loading screen and loading times are really, really long. It's double what it should be. So anyways, in the next episode, what we'll be doing is we'll be going to Town Square, The mysterious gap over there. Huh, interesting. Oh yeah, collect enough of these to surround Spyro and you've got a 1-up. And then the boss. So if you guys are excited for that, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Until then, guys, stay awesome.